Death comes for you.
Welcome to the Abyss.
Subscribe for more shitty content.
And like the video so I get more views. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is eSportsMoney, ZSM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and welcome to my WTF is DotA 2 Turbo mode, or DotA Turbo, or Turbo Pick, whatever you want to call it. Today we're going to be talking about the new DotA 2 game mode called DotA Turbo. Basically what it does, what it's trying to achieve. I'm going to go into a little bit more specific numbers, not quite specific numbers, but give you guys estimates based on what I've seen in the game mode on how it differs from the traditional gameplay or traditional all-pick. It is probably the way that I will choose to enjoy the game in the future because I don't play that competitive anymore. Let me give this little bell a moment. Okay, so basically what it is, it's an accelerated game mode that's designed to be a little more casual. And if you played Warcraft 3, there was a game mode called APEM, or if you typed at the start of the game if you were the host, -APEM, or apem, or all pick easy mode was what the acronym stood for. It would give you all pick, but it would turn the game onto easy mode. And what easy mode did was it reduced the health of towers, and it reduced their armor, and it increased the amount of experience that you gain throughout the game, and your passive gold gain would also increase. So naturally the games went a lot faster. The game was considered easier to play because the mechanics of last hitting and denying and just knowing how to be better than your opponent was minimized, because the gap between those that got a lot of CS and didn't was reduced because of the increase in passive gold and because that creep still gave the same amount. And this is still the case with DotA 2 Turbo. Even though DotA 2 Turbo is not technically designed to be drastically easier, it's designed to be a bit more simple. The primary purpose of it is to speed up your games, but incidentally it also becomes a lot more easy. So to get from level 1 to level 2, you need 200 experience now, that's been changed, and you need 400 to go from level 2 to level 3. I got level 2 and change off of a single creep wave when I attempted this before, when I was alone in the middle lane. And the total amount of experience you get per wave is 240 now. I was almost level 3. So I would say it's close to doubled. It might be double, and it might actually be a little bit more than double. It's in that range. It's between 1.5 and 3 times the normal. I know that's a very broad range, but I know I'll be correct if I say that. If I had to guess, I would say more around 2.5 to 3 times the normal experience. It's very, very high. In terms of passive gold gain, I've got almost 1,000 gold, and I didn't spend any of my starting gold. You start with a TP now. But I didn't spend any of my starting gold, and at 2 minutes and change I've already got 1,000 gold. And of course I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, having a private chat, and so I have no CS, I have no last hits, I have no denies, and I already have 1,000 gold. You will pretty much always be able to get a 2,000 to 3,000 gold item and a pair of boots sub 10 minutes in this game mode, no matter what you are. Also, this game mode's going to be really, really, really fun if you're a support, because of the fact that you don't have to steal CS to get a lot of items and be relevant. It's also fun if you have 5 carries on your team, because at 20 minutes you're all going to have a shitload of farm no matter what, because there's so much gold going on in this game. So I think that's the basics of gold. Another thing that's kind of a hidden detail that you're not going to notice unless you're paying attention is if you have a hero that has a gold per minute talent, unless that was changed for this game mode, and it's not changed in the tooltips as of right now, and I'm recording this at about midnight on Halloween morning, or the night of the 30th / morning of the 31st. As of right now, it's not in the tooltips, and I don't think that they're going to change it. If you have a 90 GPM talent, it's now worse because everyone gets more money passively. So take that into consideration when you're picking heroes for this mode. Now let's get into the real meat of it, and the reason why Okay, so the low-key why I'm obsessed with this mode. So a tier 1 tower in a normal game of Dota now has, I want to say 17 armor and 1600, I know it has 1600 health. It's either 14 or 17 armor. This has 12 armor. Now that might seem like a lot of armor, but armor has been nerfed. This is equivalent to about 9 to 10 armor of what we used to have before armor was nerfed. So armor doesn't give you as much defensive ability against physical attacks as it used to. It has 38% physical resistance, and it has 1200 health. So it's reduced its health by a quarter, and it's significantly reduced the amount, or significantly increased the amount of damage it takes. So effectively, this is a tower that has somewhere between like 45 and 60% of the effective HP against physical attacks that it used to. This is an insane buff. Also notice that the fact that they reduced they changed the way armor works means that Desolator I think is technically a bit weaker, but that's a topic for another video, probably patch notes discussion whenever I get up with Wired. So towers are significantly weaker. This is supposed to have, I know this has at least 17 armor. I think this is 14 and this is 17 naturally, and 1600 health. So health is either the same or more similar to what it normally is at the tier 2 with this, and then tier 3s are, or tier 4s are pretty darn similar to what they normally are. This tier 3 should definitely have more armor though. This tier 3 has been significantly reduced. Tier 3 and tier 2s are identical in this mode. They're pretty similar in the regular game. They might be identical now after the patch. But I know the tier 2's a bit weaker than normal because its armor's been reduced, and the tier 1s just crumble, man. Tier 1s, I had a tier 1 die in my top lane in my last lobby, my last private lobby with just me. I went mid and then sat over here, recorded this, and realized I messed up the audio. Anyway, no hero affected this top lane, and by 10 minutes, this tower was at 2/3 of its health. My creeps just passively killed them. Oh, yeah, another thing. Siege creeps spawn early, and I mean really, really early. I mean from like a couple minutes into the game, you're going to have siege creeps, and the rate at which your creep wave grows is also significantly increased. So I don't know about, let's check the gold bounties here. I don't know if I can actually kill this. I didn't buy any items. I'm a fool. But let's see what the gold bounties are like here. I would assume neutral bounties have been increased by a multiplier, at least the neutral money multiplier, but I don't know about experience. The experience multiplier, but I don't know about money. That's only 24 gold, so it looks like neutrals give you the same amount of gold in this mode, and maybe the same amount of experience. And if that's the case, that means that jungling in turbo mode is something that just can't happen. You can't jungle in turbo mode. So let's go take a look at Roche, see if Roche... I don't actually have Roche's stats memorized because he's been buffed. He's been made harder to kill every single patch. It looks like he's got less armor, I'm pretty sure. So early Roches are probably going to be a big deal in this mode because he seems like he's easier to kill. I'm pretty sure that's a significantly lower amount of armor than he would normally have at 7 minutes. Not positive though. But this doesn't seem to have been changed. You can see my tier 1's already down. So it doesn't look like they've adjusted jungle creeps. I imagine that's an oversight on their part because it takes 200 to get to level 2. Yeah, that's a... Maybe they increased it, but if so, that means mud columns are really bad at level 1. I don't think they've tweaked that anyway. 24 gold is also what I would expect to get from it. So, at least with my initial response is that jungling is pretty darn weak in this mode. But again, pro players and really high tier players are going to be sticking to ranked games that are not turbo for the most part. So, because of that, you're going to be dealing with players on average that are of a lower caliber, so they're not going to be good at last hitting either. Because if you go to the jungle with a carry, a lot of the times you go there, it's because you aren't good at CS. So you can go to lane, and as long as you don't feed, you're going to do okay. We're 8 minutes in, and I've grabbed a single bounty rune and killed 1 creep. So that's 134 plus 24, so minus 150. So we've got over 2,000 gold just from existing, and we are 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. It's a really, really cool mode. And remember, in this mode, there's you can speculate all day about what's going to be good and bad in this mode, but I'm going to tell you right now, this mode is going to be so heavily favoring rat play. Rat Dota is going to be so absurdly good in this mode because of the fact that towers just melt. They die so quickly. Rat Dota is going to be so good in this game mode that Lycan won't be the best hero for it because you need a hero that can push buildings more quickly than 15 minutes. Like, Clinks is probably going to be the most broken, overpowered, highest ranked hero in this game mode. I really hope this game mode catches on and becomes popular because I think it's really, really cool, and I also really like the idea of being able to close out a Dota game with an average duration of like 20 minutes. Maybe 25. Honestly, it could be even shorter. These towers, I've lost to tier 2, and we're 9 minutes into the game, and I've had no effect on this lane. So, game moves, I would say you're getting maybe double the amount of gold you typically do. I honestly don't know how much I'd have passively right now, but you're getting a significantly larger amount of gold. You're getting between 2 and 3 times as much experience from creeps, and towers die between... I mean, mathematically it doesn't work out like this, but because of the way creeps work, you can expect towers to die between 2 and 3 times as fast as normal, and that 2 to 3 times, if I'm pinning the tail on the donkey somewhere in that spectrum, is closer to towers dying 3 times as fast as normal than 2 times. They die very, very quickly. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this content, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I'm going to be continually putting out a flow of content with this patch for the next few weeks. I'm excited, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.